them happy things. Because we're going into a game. It is Sting versus RZD. This is the round of 12 stage in the 125 FPS September League. And we're going to check something out on RZD right off the start. He just has a quick look to see if that red had been taken or not. Get some intelligence on the timings of when he can set up or attack for the second red. Oh, rocketing himself a bit. You know, even rockets like that really make a difference on whether or not he's going to be able to challenge for that next big item. And Sting hitting that rail as well is making RZD's life a living nightmare. RZD's going to try and get himself a railgun now, so he's got all the weapons, which is you know, a small bonus. But at the same time, if he gets into any close quarters engagement, he's going to be really struggling hard, and Sting should be in this room to get onto the mega health. RZD does get a lot of LG damage, but 6 health remaining. Just one flicker of lightning gun, and that is it. Sting has the lead, and you know, RZD pushing himself all the way to that mega yellow gave him no room for escape. Sure, he did a bit of damage, but Sting takes items immediately afterwards. RZD probably should have been thinking more about survival rather than doing damage at that point. In fact, I would have gone to say that he should just be under the assumption that Sting's going to be running around on 200, 200, and he just needs to ninja around. And Sting does get, RZD does get onto red, which is good, but he's now going to try and go into an aim fight straight away. Thing is, Sting is hitting awesomely. And, well, he gets the second kill with ease. He might even drop down. Oh, that rail shot, but RZD moves out at the correct time. I say the correct time. He moves out. If he didn't, that would have been incorrect. But this is definitely a good start for Sting. And I know that RZD really enjoys this map. And it is his map pick. So this is definitely one that he's going to want to win. I know it's his most practiced map, but Sting looking really strong. Doesn't really seem to be giving away anything. An 85% rail for the time being. Maybe 3 impressions here. Jumping, the timing is absolutely impeccable. And he's got to be careful because that mega health is up. And he might be a little bit slow. RZD does go for it, but Sting keeps hitting his rails. He's going to be hitting near enough 90% at this point. Okay, maybe not anymore. Now Sting should be able to set up for this. RZD, I mean, I don't really know why he's so up and close. He's moving in, but Sting gets that perfect rocket bounce. If RZD managed to steal red there, then okay, it could have been good, because Sting would have been very weak afterwards. And maybe he could have rushed a little bit, but now that Sting actually got the kill and the red, he's looking good to continue his control. But RZD doing what he needs to, hitting rails. One more could actually get him on the board. Sting being very evasive at the moment. RZD looking for the vertical LG. Great shot there. Very unconventional way to get back in control. But well played nonetheless. Getting that railgun off the spawn when he died for the 5th time. It was quick, and he executed it very nicely. Or can he get much more? There are a couple of yellows up on the map. Red is going to be up before Mega. In fact, if he tries to avoid killing him, it might have been nice. He can get red. He's going to have to move in quickly to that Mega room. And Sting, actually, he's going to pick it up and dodge down and get the yellow. He's got a very decent, well, had a very decent stack. And he's gone. So he's picked up. Sting's just picked up 3 items, but RZD has been doing a lot more damage. Let's see what happens here at the red armor. RZD got to avoid those rails. He gets hit by another. That's not so good. He needs to find a way to do damage. Otherwise, if he takes another rail, then he's in a lot of trouble. Yellow getting taken in a pretty rough position, but Sting not going too close to him. Rushing those rail shots, but that's a nice one. Now has the lightning gun out, but Sting, after that mega, I mean, he was going to be in an advantage. I just think RZD's taking a few too many risks at the moment. He could be playing a little bit more conservatively, slowing the game down. But he's kind of hungry. He's hungry to get back into this game faster. So you need to adopt that Russian defensive style and then just pick that fight really wisely. Red should be taken here by RZD. Sting looking to punish him with the rail. Not able to connect with anything at that point. But they might go LG on LG, and Sting could try and hop across if he wants to. Sting is really nice LG here. And he's going to get a kill. And once again, RZD just taking too many risks. You know, one of the most impressive things that I saw about Sting and his games last week, when he took a map off Cypher, and he beat Demon. I mean, he was just hitting so well, and RZD can't go into this duel expecting to beat him through aim. He's got to beat him through brain instead. And I know RZD's not weak. I mean, he's a Clan Arena guy. He definitely hits really well, but I don't think he hits quite the same as Sting does. This time, he's had a little bit of a better start on the LG. But with only 4 minutes left, if Sting manages to get back onto some big items... Oh, here it is though! He blows himself up! And maybe this is the beginning of it. Although it was a very dirty kill, and they're both going to be rushing this red armor. RZD makes a great move. He is railable at the moment, and that is Sting getting the vertical shot. Wish I saw it from his point of view, because that was awesome. And RZD being left on 24 health, still with a decent amount of armor. That's pretty rough going for him. I feel bad. And Sting didn't even want to go for that rocket on the floor. He didn't want to be heard picking up weapons. Was hoping to lay down a bit of a trap. Now if Sting can start picking up a couple more kills, he might even be able to lock out the game now. Well done. RZD only with the rail, not really able to do much. No defensive rockets or anything in that situation. And yeah, guys, I'm sorry if there's lacking the same energy as usual. I did just get back from Prague an hour ago, just over an hour ago. Not so well rested, but hungry to see some of the 125 FPS duels. So I just wanted to give you that the game, and hopefully you're going to be able to enjoy it, because right now Sting's playing very decently. RZD's hanging hard down, although I know he needs to warm up, so maybe things are going to be changing over the next map or two. It is a best of 5 after all. So there's plenty of opportunity for RZD to really settle into this series and try to give Sting a piece of his mind. Oh, found him. Oh my, that direct rocket. RZD in a lot of trouble right now, and I would just be heartbroken from that situation, because that was really the point where RZD needed to get back in, but taking that direct rocket really spoiled it all. If Sting didn't hit that, then there's still a good chance that RZD could have won that fight. And right now, well, I'm losing hope in it. It's still something that's going to be possible, but Sting right now, I don't think he's looking to go for a crazy fight or anything. He's looking to survive, and just pushing RZD down at the bottom. I mean, it's fine. It's going to kill a bit of time, because RZD's got to take a few moments to get up to that top level. And Sting just needs to make sure that he's hard to reach. Yeah, and RZD's going over the other side, and Sting didn't even need to move at that point. He can just back off a little bit. But he wants to get on mega health. He's a little bit early for this. And Sting could have left here. He's given away an easy frag. And maybe RZD's going to be able to pull a couple together if he's able to find him off the spawn. Oh, the grenade's hurting. Sting drops into the water. There's got to be a kill here for RZD. So 5 kills in the next minute. And RZD's going to be on the rampage. He sees that the LG is gone. He knows that Sting's been near here. Oh, great rail through there. He might be able to get another. Oh, one more angle. Can't quite hit it. I think Sting may have had the 50 health bubble anyway, and he's going to get red. I don't... What's RZD doing? He didn't push forward. He waited for an angle that probably wouldn't have even given him the kill. And, I don't know. I'm surprised that RZD didn't want to push him harder. He didn't realize really the urgency there. And now with the amount of time that's remaining, it is going to be GG, and the first map will go to Sting. And, well, I hope that RZD is able to look back at this VOD and Realise the errors that he made on this one. GG's are called. Final score is going to be 10-5, and Sting gets a 1-map advantage in this best of 5 round of 12 series. Bam. You can't stream and replace Ins. There's no one there. There's no one to replace me. I'm going to do solo cast today. It's fine, it's fine. Demon hasn't already played. Demon's trying to get home, I think. Probably. I don't know how I made it back so quickly. CMSS? No. Why don't you make some casting VODs, CMSS? And then we'll see. Thank you, Kodisha. I appreciate it. I'm sure Sparty's fine. Although I'm probably going to get rid of that VOD at some point because I don't want it on my Twitch. Anyway, guys, we're going to get into game. It is map number 2. Dismemberment, I like this map a lot. And I wonder, well, RZD's going to have to like this map a lot. Otherwise, he's in an incredible amount of trouble. And he's actually leaving that red up. Going to go and get himself LG. Good choice. Need those weapons. And I'd maybe even got that extra ammunition box. You never know if you're going to need a little extra. I don't know if I saw a little bit of lag there, but there's a great initial rocket, and now he can actually push in with that lightning gun, and it's gonna win him that second red. Also, now he can rush over to Mega, but he doesn't have to go all the way to Mega. He can just drop around here. Here's fine. This is good. But Sting actually responding really well. Also, he knew that RZD was going to be hovering around for some kind of angle to do damage on, and RZD's got to find a way to scare Sting. He's taken so long doing this, the Mega's going to be left up, so they're going to be having a fight over at the third red, and it's going to be Sting that wins it. You have lost the lead. And RZD was just so slow. Really, really slow. I mean, he should have been a lot more decisive, maybe made less noise. You know, a good thing to do at that point is when you are looking for that rail angle, don't have the rail out. Have the machine gun or a shotgun or something out that doesn't make a buzzing sound. And then Sting might have gone for the jump, make that switch just as he starts stepping on Mega Health. And then RZD would have done his job, just getting a rail on him, picking up the Mega Health. And it's done. Oh, nice play here by Sting, trapping him. RZD thought he was going to be safe running over to the yellow armor, but he absolutely wasn't. And Sting is going to find him right off the spawn at the railgun. Awesome. Oh god, RZD, I don't even know what he was looking for then, because there was no way in hell he was even going to be able to drop down to red and rocket jump up again. At least not without taking way more than the armor that he was trying to get. And it is pretty hard to play slow on this map, because when you do play slow, you really don't get that many resources. You have to wait a long time, play on a very few shards, health bubbles, etc. And like, it's just a singular yellow, which is often, more often than not, they're going to be rotating over it. So you can see the score lines being extremely low on this map. But on the other points, when you do manage to rack up a kill, you can rack up a lot more just with some good spawn control. Look at the rockets again. RZD. Trouble times ahead of him. And he's not going to drop this time onto the red armor. Sting going to go rotate surely onto the yellow. And then he can go back, grab that mega health. And that's a perfect rotation here by Sting. And it's even better now because he's laid a trap. He's going to be able to drop down now, get the LG onto RZD. Unfortunately for him, he was really slow with that LG switch, but he's going to be finding him on the exit of the rail. And a great kill that is. Now time to pick up that red. Maybe even go back up to that top area. But he's not taking any damage, so that's all good for him. Although RZD has now got onto yellow armor. Sting getting not so clean kill, but he's still pretty stacked, and his LG just completely glues to RZD's hitbox. And I don't know how he can survive at all in these fights when Sting just hits so incredibly strong. And there's the rail right at the end. 9-0, 4 minutes in. This is disturbingly painful for the Italian. Someone's saying, is there mercy limit in here? I don't know about duel. I've never seen mercy limit in duel. You just have GG, basically. You just quit when you feel you're gone. You don't need to synchronize with 3 other teammates and all just GG and spectate at the same time, or forfeit or whatever. Sting gonna chase through the teleporter. He's gonna find him. RZD moving forward, and that is an enormous amount of damage. RZD was working on that stack for a long time. This is gonna be a rocket jump up. Look, was a bit of a dirty rocket jump. I don't know what happened with Sting's mouse just there. It kind of looked like the rocket jump wouldn't work. Oh, Sting can't quite get him. Is there going to be a race over to the red? I mean, Sting is desperate right now. And he does get the kill. He had 1 health. Oh my. Just a bit of machine gun, and that's going to be a kill onto RZD. And that's the type of situation which you don't even want the frag because you're so weak. Because now you've got to work for another 30 seconds plus. Okay, so you're going to have the 50 health bubble there. That's better. But he's probably going to lose out on red. 2 rails. Sting, though, with this LG. And he's got to be careful because he might appear behind RZD. That's it. On the top. Double digits here for the pole. And Mega is up next. I mean, Sting doesn't need to risk things at the moment. He can just go through items and pick them up as he goes along. If I were him, I'd just go to red as well. It's like, yeah, well, I'm 9 frags ahead of you. I'm just going to make myself indestructible. Oh, and the rocket there was brilliant. He's even just going to jump up. LG on LG. And Sting a little bit shaky in that fight, but he does get the frag in the end. And RZD hasn't really been given a chance on dismemberment so far. This is Sting's map pick, however. And another great bit of damage. RZD's probably getting pretty frustrated at this point. And RZD, I think, only has a rocket. Oh, he's going to meet him at the top. He bounced him back onto the pad. This time RZD survives, but look, he's completely boxed in. He's trying to find him. Great snap rail. And Sting dominating this series for the time being. I could look at the next map. I think the next map might be Silence. I will take a peek afterwards. Oh, here is Sting. Might be in trouble right now. He's going to try to pole dance a bit. Oh no, I say pole dance. I was meant to say teleported hopping, but RZD didn't want to chase at all. And Sting getting onto the Mega, now landing 2 rails. Another snapshot would have been the kill. 5 health left, and he can't believe it. 1 bullet would have killed him, but RZD missed it. And Sting actually survives, getting more kills. That's outrageous. But you know what? It's pretty cool for RZD to make it to the playoffs anyway, here on the 125 FPS September League. But unless he starts winning some maps, and he's going to find himself being evicted from the tournament and having to wait till next month to prove himself. And no railgun. He really needed a rail in to get a decent output on the damage. And I haven't really seen so much sort of long-range poking on the Mega health. I mean, usually you get people practically sitting on red shooting over at the Mega spawn when people go and pick it up. But I mean, most of the time Sting feels happy just to engage. Those rockets were incredible. RZD does get his second kill. I mean, it's not going to really put him that much closer towards tying the game up, but it was a bit of flair there. You can be happy with that a bit, I guess. And those rockets were decent also, but he's running low on health. We're getting more direct rockets. He's looking for a rail, and he's going to pick up another kill. Sting actually throwing away a few frags at the moment, but is he going to throw away 8 more in a minute and a half? It seems unlikely. And finally, going to be attending to that Mega. Whoa, he's going to find him up at the top. Bit of LG damage onto Sting. Would he dare go for the rocket jump?
1 minute warning.
He doesn't have the balls for that. Oh, great. Another shot with the rockets, denying Sting that red armor. But Sting maybe just looking for a bit of a fight after having gathered a decent lead. He can afford to make a couple of hiccups. Because RZD just needs to kill immediately off every spawn, which just is not going to happen in this situation. It feels like it kind of finished like last map on Furious Heights. Sting gathering an early lead, keeping it through most of the game, and then RZD finally getting into the map a bit later when Sting probably less focused and already knowing that he can take the win just if he plays slightly passively or defensively. Next map, Sting, RZD's got to make sure he makes those big plays early on. And that is GG, 13-7 the final score. And well, it's going over to match point for Sting now in this best of 5. So the round of 12 could be over imminently. We'll see how it goes. The next map is going to be... It is Silence, I was right. And it is RZD's map pick, so quite possibly can take this one down. Where's Inch? He's at the airport still. He was at the... I went to the airport with him at 11 o'clock. We got there at 11 o'clock this morning. Or maybe a bit earlier, I don't know. And he decided he'd go to the airport and wait for his plane. But... he's now still there because his plane got delayed. So he's been there for how many hours now? Almost 8 hours? Something like that. Oh, we're going into game, guys. This is map number 3. It is Silence. If I can just click on here. There we go. And we are going to be on RZD off the beginning. We can root for him. He's played some pretty cool games on Silence before. And this is really going to be his biggest and possibly only chance to get back into the series. And he did get that Mega. Didn't get onto red. He kind of let RZD sort of make a turn on him. Sting decided to go with the bounce pad, but RZD not connecting with enough LG. That should have been him making him levitate. But in the end, Sting actually kind of gets away with a bit of cheeky behavior. I mean, Ince did kind of decide to sit at the airport really early. He probably could have gone and actually seen the sights of Prague a bit. He had plenty of time. But he decided he wanted to read a book and eat at McDonald's instead. Now he's on his second book. True story. But RZD's still not dying. It's 1 minute in, and still he's keeping his focus. It looks like he's actually more focused now than he was on the previous 2 maps. Let's see how it goes. He's a little bit early on this red, and now Sting's going to be able to get onto it. 50 health bubble for RZD, but it's not enough when Sting is roaming around with 100 and 100. Maybe RZD going to be regretting sitting on that red so early when he should have known that Sting would want the challenge. And the Sting is just completely hoovering up all these items. I did hear news that Sting and Matrox are going to be trying to get over to DreamHack Winter. And I wonder, are you guys as excited as I am to see Sting playing at DreamHack? If he's playing as good as he's been playing over the last 2 weeks, and he managed to perform on LAN, then, you know, I got question marks about where on earth he could end up in the tournament. And there was I will be cutting up the VODs at some point. There was an interview with Matrox and Sting, and they say a couple of words about how they're fitting in Quake at the moment. Oh, it was 200-200 a second ago. Oh, here we go. RZD picking up the damage. He doesn't stick around for another rail. This could be a trap. If RZD goes up that bounce pad, he's a dead man. But that yellow spawning, and Sting doesn't want to hang around. He has to look back for it, but actually it's too late. RZD already picked up the yellow. And Sting, is he going to try and stop him getting the red? Is there going to be a jump onto it? Oh, he meets him on the side. Direct rocket here from him, but RZD's LG reigns supreme. And he's actually tied up the game here. He doesn't give away 5 frags before he gets his first. He ties it up almost immediately. 2 nice rails. And he's got the lead. Let's see what else he's going to be able to do on this red. This time it's actually Sting who sets up really early, and he's going to be bounced onto the pad. Again, the LG looking for the rail. Oh, Sting manages to avoid the rail angle, but he should still be going down. Mega is going to be up, and RCD going to be looking to just extend his advantage. Oh, and Sting goes straight over towards the teleporter. RCD making it 4-1 now, and there is the light in his duel game that I've been looking for the last 20 minutes. But he's giving away a couple of items. The plasma actually starting to hurt, sorry. As Sting drops down, and RCD actually getting a pretty easy time hitting him. 35% LG. Oh, direct rocket. That's one way to get back in. If RCD had maybe a green armor or something, or even just a 5 HP bubble, then he would have been alright. However, he would have been crippled. You guys in chat, you're talking about some really odd stuff. I'm getting so confused. But I'll mutter about that a bit later on. Oh, that's nice rocket there by Sting. Bouncing him in the air. He maybe could have hung around a bit, but he wanted to do that damage for free. And he absolutely did. So here's going to be red. Capped out armor. RCD dropping down. Sting could even go through a teleporter here. But RCD is actually picking up rail shots. Sting really needs some more rocket ammunition. Oh, he needs to hide behind the pillar. He's giving away so much right now. Very surprising. And he's just going to hang around, it looks like, in this red room. And giving away more. He's not focusing on the angles. Sting, you've got the win available right in front of you. But now he's messing up. RCD might be able to take advantage of this. Because he's hitting at everything at the moment. Is Sting going to drop for that mega? He looks at it. Oh, he hears that it spawns. He's going to be able to drop for it. There's the LG now. Sting showing that he can aim also. And RCD forced out that he does go to the top section. Or the mid-top section. And just dealing damage with the rail. Keeping Sting at bay. And Sting might be thinking about how he probably needs that railgun at the moment to start playing the same game that RCD is. He needs to weaken RCD, who's picking up much fewer items than him. And Sting's actually, he wants to go for red armor first, and that spawns after Mega. Oh, that rocket at the beginning was great. Hang around to the LG. Sting can win this fight. And he's starting to make his way back into this game. Yellow is available. And Sting should just have gone into the room and investigate. Oh, bit of splash. I don't know if that was too powerful, maybe 20-30 damage. And they're going to meet in that red room. RCD can't drop down here. He'd definitely think about it, but it's just not going to it's just not going to happen. Sting, the way he's getting back into the game is a lot more patient at the moment. He doesn't rush too hardcore. He doesn't want to be super aggressive. He's making sure, okay, foundations of this is have control. And then after that, you build from it. And then you go for the kills. That direct rocket to rail, RCD. Doing a lot of damage in a short period of time. But this Sting also gets a nice rocket. RCD, though, just bouncing him repeatedly on top of that red platform. It was a gamble, and it paid off. The Sting now got 3 minutes to build this comeback. So I hear that mega pickup. RCD's just making sure he's got ammo. Again, that direct rocket. RCD's going to wait for the angle. He absolutely does. Moves back. He can get himself a yellow. And now he's going to be able to put himself to 100-100 if he backs off now. But Sting now pulling out the damage, looking for one more rail for the kill. RCD taking a lot of risks. He's now on 9 HP. More or less anything can kill him at this point. Oh, the 50 health level. That'll be his savior. But, I mean, again, we have one rail. Just puts him back down to a critical point of health. Oh, the rocket, he's on 1 HP. Is that the LG coming at it? Sting, just one bot is all he needed. He's spamming at all those angles, but the rocket again from RZD. Nice rail from Sting. He's going to back off, get himself yellow. Got a 50 health bubble. 2 minutes, 2 frags. That's what Sting needs. Or maybe 2 minutes, 3 frags if he just wants to shut it down. And take this 3-0. I think that's Sting. Now that RZD's on a yellow room, we can get this mega. Go over to red. And maybe go through top side. And see if we can go for damage up at the top. I mean, RZD was there. And he is looking forward. But look at that. RZD actually dodged by jumping over the rail. That was actually pretty crazy. And I think now the stacks are more or less completely even. I'm trying to have a look. Okay, RZD's got about 30 armor less, but still. Now he's got the LG. He's going to move over and try and get onto red. He hits. That was a direct rocket, I think. Didn't quite hit, but I believe it was. And RZD still building up his armor. The Sting does make it through onto that mega, and he gets out without taking damage, but now it is onto the rocket. Sting just pushing. He's taking the rockets now. He tries to switch to rail. Oh, and he's got the LG on the side. RZD with the clutch plays. This might even enable him to win this map. Absolutely crazy fight at that point. I'm impressed that RZD managed to pull through, because Sting surely looked like he was on the warpath of destruction. And RZD still making run away. He can't die just yet. 32 health, 25. He just needs to avoid giving those angles a couple more seconds, and that's it. That's going to be GG. RZD's got the spawn delays on his side. And there it is. He kills himself. And you can see RZD's just delaying it as long as possible. And he's going to be happy. He calls GG. 6-4 is the final score. And RZD does get himself on the board with a really great game of silence. Sting going to have to win the next one if he wants to take this best of 5. I'm really happy for RZD that he managed to take that game. Because he looking like he was down and out, down in the dumps. He couldn't really do anything to Sting on Furious Heights and on Dismemberment. Now he got to silence and really showed his expertise. Seems like he's warming up his mind a bit to the duel. I don't know if he's been playing much today, but it certainly feels as if he's much more confident in his game now. But going over to Cure, he's going to have to continue that burst of confidence. Otherwise, Sting is going to be taking this series 3-1. And I'm just going to be reading a little bit of chat, seeing what they're doing. I'm going to make sure, though, that I catch them F3ing if they do. I don't know what you guys were talking about damage. Did I talk? I did speak to Cooler a little bit, yeah, but I'll talk about that. Remind me after this duel to talk about stuff like that, because I would like to. But at the moment, we're going on to map number 4 between Sting and RZD. As I said, it is match point for Sting. But RZD, I think, is pretty decent at this map. He's had a good start. He does need the railgun. And hopefully for him, he can get that without having to fight. And unfortunately for him, he had to fight, because Sting had a great rail element at the beginning. RZD maybe go for a rail shot, but he decides he just wants to back out fully. And I think maybe he should have gone for a spam rocket or something like that. He didn't need to leave so soon. And he's going for Mega, in fact. And he actually gets it, but he's going to drop down. He's in the water. Sting should have been able to get a lot more damage. RZD is really close to getting the kill. The LG onto him. Sting, he can't hit his shots. RZD backs off. And there it is. Sting comes back, but he hits the rail. That was clutch after clutch play. And Sting gets first blood. Impressive stuff, though. I thought that RZD was going to totally man up then, but he backed off. Not quite like I expected. When Sting missed that second rail up at the top, he should have just followed him down to the LG, because he would have got that kill 100%. And now Sting, he's got LG ammunition. He's going to try and drop down, looking for a rail now. He gets one, and now he knows that he hit it. He can go for another, but unfortunately he misses it. Let's see what happens over at yellow. Sting going to be aware that something's happening over there. RZD probably knows he's being stalked. There it is. He captures him out in a brilliant position. At least a brilliant position for himself, not for RZD. And now he's going to chase, try and get another kill. That is the railgun. Sting gonna try and meet RZD somewhere. He does find him. He takes red. RZD does no way have enough time to get onto that mega. And this is a map that Sting actually had a 1 frag game between Cypher. In fact, he was winning up until the last minute. And now he's managing to hunt down RZD, who again is putting himself in really close positions where he has no escape route whatsoever. You know, I think RZD is good at this map, but in fact, now come to think of it, I've remembered that Cypher game. I think Sting can take this, unless he has another choke where he gets into the lead and then somehow lets RZD get it back. I mean, it wasn't really Sting's fault that he lost to Cypher in that way, because he's going against one of the world's best. But playing out of control can be very, very difficult when you're going against someone who's going to be using awkward routes and chasing patterns. Sting should be fine at the moment with this stack. In fact, he's really hoping that RZD just drops onto him somewhere. When he hears that he was behind him. There it is, LG, but RZD wants to do damage. He doesn't have enough stack. It's just going to be a chase through. Direct rocket. Sting gets another half decent amount of splash, but look at this. Sting let him get onto the red. He shouldn't have done that. He should have just kept chasing him up at the top level. It would have been a much cleaner kill. And now RZD actually has a chance to do a great amount of damage. 12 health left in the LG. A well-picked fight by RZD. Knowing that he was able to steal away that red, he knew that Sting was going to be armorless until that yellow spawned. And he's actually going to let Sting get that red. And he should have dropped down and can carried on going for Mega. He's going to get there anyway, and Sting missed both of his rails. But that rocket's going to be enough to send RZD away. Let's have a look at a little bit of the aim at the moment. 66% rail. I'm not sure how many shots he's fired. We could have a look on the scoreboard, but at the moment these guys are extremely close to each other geographically. And there we are. Got another shot fired. I think both the players are hitting pretty effectively. In fact, RZD more so than Sting on this occasion. Sting actually seemed to have a little bit of trouble with his rail, and that could allow RZD to get this red. It does indeed. Sting's 3 frag advantage definitely not safe right now. Oh, plus on the side. They both go for the rail at the same time.
5-minute warning.
I wonder, is Sting going to try and push onto red, or is he going to just get himself a yellow and meet him at Mega? It's like he's opting for... Oh no, he's up at the top. Sting misread those sound cues. But it's actually worked out nicely for him as he's done a lot of damage, and red is still up. RZD never took it. But he's going to try and meet him at the Mega health. RZD takes another rail, and that is him cratering down to 0 right off the spawn. Sting finds him. But there he goes. Goes to Mega. Now he's got time to go back over to yellow, but RZD just walks right into him. And Sting says, you know what? I'd rather go and get myself more rail ammunition than push in on the yellow armor. And RZD didn't take the yellow soon enough, so Sting can grab this. Oh, gotta be really quick. He might miss out on red, but he can do damage now. And RZD should be stuck in this. This should be another kill for Sting. Great lightning gun damage. And he's finding him off the spawn. But Sting turned his back away and he knew, okay, then too much time for me to go back because he can run away. So he'll opt for a different strategy. Good LG spam there by Sting. But he's got to be careful there. If he takes a rail, then it's going to be hurting for red, but too late. He's got red. And RZD's time is starting to run out. And so are his health points. And Sting doesn't need to go over to that yellow because it's not going to be up, frankly. Oh, great shot. There we are. Sting hasn't been hitting so well in the first 5 minutes, but he definitely seems to be flourishing now. RZD drops. And rockets are enough. And Sting can just rocket jump up to get Mega, but yellow is available. You know, I think a number of players probably would have just gone over to the yellow first and saved Mega for afterwards. And why not take that green? Gotta take as many of these smaller items as possible. Oh, he's up at the top. Again, those sand cues. A little bit confusing. I don't know for Sting at the moment. You've got to be really careful when you're listening to those vertical sound cues, because it can be hard to tell if an opponent is above you or below you. So drop down here. Oh, he just fires that rocket a little bit too early. He needs the LG out. RZD going for it. The Sting hits so nicely. He tries to go up, but there's actually nothing there. He's gonna break away. Is he gonna go for the rail shot? No, he's not crazy. That crazy. There we go. He got up. 50 health bubble should be up. But he doesn't trust it. He doesn't want to go there. And RZD's going to be up at the top. So Sting just needs to run away. 2 minutes. Can kill a bit of time. And, you know, even picking up those shards are nice. Getting over to 100 armor. He's going to go for mega health. And RZD neglecting those big items. Sting now have a great shot to just get another kill and make it GG right here. Here it is. LG onto RZD. RZD hitting pretty hard, but not hard enough. 8-0. Looks like that's going to be the climax. RZD's basically just got to hit an infinite amount of shots without taking, well, no shots in return. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it, quite frankly. There's the LG. Sting going to find him. He shot a rail. Sting could have jumped down if he wanted to. Oh, another great rail fired. He should probably go over to the yellow armor. Oh no, he doesn't even need to. RZD actually hanging around. He wanted that red. And Sting is pretty weak, which is a little bit crazy. But I mean, he could just sit here for the rest of the game if he wants to. 50 seconds for 8 kills is not really doable. Well, Sting has been very impressive. We've seen a share of RZD excitement. Silence was really good for him. We saw some great plays. And the way that he maneuvered his way around some of the fights was very impressive. But frankly, Sting seems to be on another level. But maybe he's going to be having second thoughts about how he fares out on silence. I think Sting will probably start practicing that. And I think RZD will start practicing the other maps a little bit more, because he definitely doesn't need to practice too much more on silence. There it is. He's going to get 2 kills. There are 10 seconds left. And Sting can just go and get himself a drink if he wants to, because he has done his duty just fine. And there we are. Final score is 7-2, and Sting is going to be taking this series 3 maps to 1, and he's going to put himself through into the quarterfinals. And that is going to put himself into the quarterfinals to go against Ash, in fact. So Sting versus Ash is actually going to be a pretty awesome game, if I'm honest. So I'm really looking forward to that. I would usually favor Ash because he's been playing incredibly recently, but at the same time, Sting is playing very nicely as well. And I'm actually